Barakatah Hawa, Barakatah Shai, Barakatah Hawa, Barakatah Shai, Barakatah Hawa, Barakatah Shai, Barakatah Hawa, Barakatah Shai. Call Haloyim, Adanawa Yahweh, Ba'ashem Shah Malak Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to apostles and elder great millstone. Peace and salutations to hopeful elect. Ha'bayah Shah Malak Dawadah, the house of King David, and to confusion of faces that look like these heathen nations, but their identity goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the royal holy chosen sea line. Shalom. Okay, this topic is about Leviathan, which is the biblical sea monster in the Bible, and Job 41 goes into like the description of Leviathan, and it talks about how Leviathan is, and that the Most High made him. And this is a sea. This is like one of the sea creatures under the deepest sea, under the deepest depths of the ocean. So the people would think the Mariana Trench is deep, but they wouldn't even know that's the deepest level of the ocean. That's the deeper level, like all the way down to the abyss, and that's where Leviathan is. He's on the deeper side of the ocean. You know, you have submarines that can't even go down that deep into the oceans. You know, Esau have all this technology. The oceans is like 96% unexplored. You know, Esau can't even explore the full depths of this earth because Yahweh Bashim Yahushai doesn't allow him to do that. He wasn't made to explore the earth like that because everywhere he will go, he would just destroy. So that's why the Most High kind of like limits his technology, limits Esau's technology. So Esau being the so-called white man, that's, you know, he can't discover all this, the mysteries of this world. It says right here, I'm going to explain through the scriptures who Leviathan is, and it's talking about Godzilla, and it says, canst thou draw Leviathan with an hook, or his tongue with a cord which thou lettest down? So the Most High is going to be, he's being sarcastic right now. In a few of these scriptures it says, canst thou put a hook into his nose, or bore his jaw through with a dorn? Will he make any supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee? Will he make a covenant with thee? Wilt thou take him for a servant forever? Wilt thou play with him as with a bird, or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens? Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Shall they part him among the merchants? Canst thou fill his skin with barbed irons, or his head with fish spears? Lay thy hand upon him, remember the battle, do no more. Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast down even at the sight of him? So yeah, your ass will die if you see this creature. That's how terrifying he is. Leviathan is so terrifying if you look in his face, like, especially if at a certain distance, he could kill you. And mind you, this creature is like a massive creature. Godzilla's depicted in the films as a massive ass creature. They make a lot of movies about him, about Leviathan. So they know who Leviathan is. These upper elites, and they know in these end times he's gonna come out. Probably during World War III he may come out, or maybe before, a little bit before that. And then it says, none is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before me? That's the Most High showing, like, you know, his power. He's like saying, you know, if everyone is gonna be afraid of this creature Leviathan when he sent this creature out, you know, you're not going to be standing up against this creature. So who the hell are you to think that you're going to stand up against the Most High and going against his authority? Because everybody think they're so big and bad in their moms, and then when they see a fucking creature, when they see all these sea monsters and all these other creatures, everybody's going to be afraid and be like a pussy ass bitch in that day. So if you fear the Most High, when he's able to bring terror and wrath upon you, that's how you should have that same fear of the Most High, to make sure that you prevent him from doing that. That's why in the scriptures it said the Most High is slow to anger. You know, he will let that anger build up, and then he will unleash his wrath on you. So that's why you don't want to ever make the Most High upset. And it says, who hath prevented me that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine. I will not conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his comely proportion. Who can discover the face of his garment? Or who can come to him with his double bridle? Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about. Yeah. His scales are his pride, shut up together with a close seal. So he has scaly skin and sharp round teeth that cover his whole face. And it says, one is so near to another that no air can come between them. They are joined one together, they stick together that cannot be sundered. By his kneesings a light doth shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. Yeah, that's how like you see his eyelids are like kind of yellowish, and you see in the morning it's like a little yellowish color. That's pretty much Godzilla's eyes. It's light. It's like it's light. His eyes is like it's lighting, like in a way. Then it says, out of his mouth go burning lamps, and sparks of fire leap out. So he's a fire-breathing sea monster. Out of his nostrils goes smoke, as out of a seething pot or cauldron. That's what they show in the movies of Godzilla. It says, his breath kindleth coals, and a flame goeth out of his mouth. Yeah, he's a fire-breathing. And it says, in his neck remaineth strength, and sorrow is turned into joy before him. The flakes of his flesh are joined together, they are firm in themselves, they cannot be moved. His heart is as firm as a stone, yea, as hard as a piece of nether millstone. When he raiseth up himself, the mighty are afraid. By reasons of breakings, they purify themselves. It shows you that even the mightiest people on this earth are the biggest pussies when it's coming to the Most High and their wrath. So no one's gonna be able to stand up against this creature. Because the only one that could take down this creature is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It says, the sword of him that layeth at him cannot hold the spear, the dart, nor the habergeon. He esteemeth iron as straw, and brass as rotten wood. That means that brass is like nothing, and those are some tough ass metals. Iron is one of the toughest metals. So iron is like straw to him. When you hit an iron at Leviathan, his scales is gonna protect him. His scales are so hard, it's like you're hitting a like one of those straws that you drink from. Yeah, that's what you're hitting at him. And brass is like rotten wood, so it's like how rotten wood, when the wood is rotten, you could rip it apart and it breaks easily. That's how brass is to him. So that's how pretty much hard his bones are. Then it says, the arrow cannot make him flee. Sling stones are turned with him into stubble. Darts are counted as stubble. He laugheth at the shaking of a spear. Yeah. You try to you try to shoot your bullets at him, you try to shoot your missiles. All that shit is not gonna work against Leviathan. He will laugh at that. He would just look at it and think that it'll tickle him. And it says, sharp stones are under him. He spreadeth sharp pointed things upon the mire. Yeah, because his scales is gonna protect him. He has a scaly skin. It says, he maketh the deep to boil like a pot. He maketh the sea like a pot of ointment. Yeah. So that basically shows you that as soon as he comes out that damn sea, he is so hot, and like he's like a atomic sea monster, like a radioactive atomic sea monster. He's so hot, he could boil the whole sea. And you know how like when you boil butter, it turns into oil? That's basically what he could do to the whole sea. As soon as he comes out that damn sea, that sea is gonna be burning like a motherfucker. It's gonna be hot as a motherfucker. And it says, he maketh a path to shine after him. One will think this deep to be hoary. Upon earth there is not his like, who was made without fear. Yeah. Who's mean that who's gonna not fear a creature like this? It says, he beholdeth all high things. He is a king over all the children of pride. And the children of pride is who? You so-called elites. Yeah, so-called white people. You 1% out there. You Rothschilds, Rockefellers, you bankers. Y'all think y'all have the just because y'all control the military and y'all control the whole world. Y'all think y'all could control this beast? Hell no, hell no. Y'all are just y'all are gonna be just as afraid when y'all see this creature coming out the ocean and wrecking havoc. He gonna be grabbing people. eating people like M&Ms and Skittles. People gonna be screaming, running from out of the buildings to run outside. He's gonna be squashing people like cockroaches. Yeah. Y'all not gonna, and you see Leviathan, and you see one thing about you Edomites is that you see how y'all like to y'all like to tame animals, you have animals in zoos. Y'all like to keep your technology locked up on gorillas, and y'all keep your technology locked up on bears and shit like that. You know, the Most High have creatures that you can't even do that. You can't even tame them. You can't even take them as your servant. That's why the Most High said that. Like, you know, he was being sarcastic earlier in the scripture, saying, um, that like, wilt thou play with him as with a bird, or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens? You know, yeah. He's not gonna come as he not. You see, once the Leviathan, once he sent an angel to stir up his spirit to like to come and fuck shit up and wreak havoc. He's gonna do exactly what it mentioned in that movie Godzilla. He's gonna come out and he's gonna destroy every single thing in on the country in this country, America. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna come out and he's gonna stand and stomp on the grounds, and everywhere he's gonna stomp is gonna leave like markings on the floor because it's big. You know, he's very heavy. He has real big feet. So, and mind you, there's more ocean than there is land. So just imagine, and like I said, the ocean is 96% unexplored, and Esau can't even go to the full depths of the ocean. So there's gonna be a lot. You're gonna have a lot of sea monsters kind of similar to him too. So you're not gonna be able to keep the sea monster as your pet. You can't tame this beast. This beast is untamable. You know, that's how it is. That's the Most High's pet. You see right here, it shows you like this picture right here shows you like the image of Godzilla. He has scaly skin. He breathes fire out of his mouth. And you see, like, you know, seeing a monster like this in real life will be very terrifying. I don't got what it takes to stand up against this monster, Esau. I'm just letting y'all know that. It's a complete loss. So, it says right here, with that Julia 3385, it says Julia is a sound recorded on March 1st, 1999 by the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, said the source of the sound was mostly like a large iceberg that had aground off Antarctica, which is a fucking lie. However, pictures from NASA's Apollo 3385 shows a large shadow swaying through the southwest section of Cape Cater or Cadre at the same time of the recorded sound. Although still classified, the pictures apparently provide information that this unknown shadow is 2 times larger than the Empire State Building. Yeah, Leviathan ain't no beast to play with. Most I said, no, you know, creatures are amongst the children of pride. And that could be his size, or he could probably be bigger than that. It says the estimated size of Julia Beast, 800 meters, 2,625. It could be another sea monster, but, you know, I have a feeling that could probably be Leviathan. But you see, and that's the thing about this whole world. It's like it's a lot of mysterious things, and the Bible tells you a lot of stuff. You know, it's just like you have to have a spirit to believe these things. If you don't believe these things and believe in it when you see it, it's like, you know, that's when it's kind of too late. But it's scary, and it's gonna be scary that, you know, that you didn't know these things, and that everything that you saw in this, you know, according to this truth, if you didn't believe it, it's gonna be scary for you. Hope I made that lesson edifying. I'd like to give all praises to Adonai Yahweh, Ba'ashem Shah Malak Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Peace, salutations to hopeful elect. Shalom.